Everybody can hear it?
Yes.
Ich has ik mijn eigen filosofie. Ich lees von der farbigen Leben. Als Wiffel, du sollst doch nicht geben de mir. Wohl in mein Hoffnung streben. Ihr Emerser Sivik wird jede Freude noch kriegen, euch zu säuben, verschrieben mal so. Oif siz başer, that the sicher geschehen. Oif siz başer, that kommen zu gehen. Klappen Wetter in dein Fenster, denn die Westin sehen. Wenn alle Wetter sein der Schönste, am Melech moedig heen, oif sies bashert, dat het sicher geschehen. Van jener Welt, dat kommen zu gehen. Jodem in Chavin Ganei, wo ich gestern, Leben wird dir diesen Frieden. Oi, das ist
Okay, so there was another.
So, Myra, if you've got the PDF, the PowerPoint, if you're not, I can share the PowerPoint. So
I don't have the PowerPoint, so
let me share then instead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you can stop
let me get out of share. Hold on. Stop share. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right, so these are the words, and let me move some things over here. Okay, good. So, Oibses Bashert, and here is the English introduction. Who usually reads that?
Minna usually just picks someone.
Right, but I don't know whom she picks. So,
you pick someone who can't read Yiddish well, like me. So if you want me, I'll read it.
Very good, Myra. Would you read this?
We recently came across the concept of Bashert and discussed its various meanings: supernaturally destined, fated, ordained by God or by the stars, etc. In the 1959 musical The Kosher Widow, Molly Picon and Irving Jacobson sing Oibs His Bashert, if it is destined. The music is by Sholem Sakunda.
So a few words then about the language here, which will, well, these are the slightly unusual words. So Mariv, can you continue here?
Yeah. Der Erfahrungen are experiences. Sich geben dem me means to make an effort. Verschrieben means inscribed. Molechein
Yes,
means charming, delightful. Von jener Eckwelt means from the other end of the world.
good. So I'll call on people and I'll ask you to, I've muted everyone. So at this point, if I call on you, please unmute. I can mute you, but I cannot unmute you. So this first page then, Beverly, if you could read this one.
Wait, hold on. I got to see. Yes. Ich hab sich mein eigene Philosophie. I have my own philosophy. Ich weiß von der Erfahrungen in Leben. Oh, I don't remember what's. I know about.
Der
What was that?
Erfahrungen are experiences.
Oh, I know about experiences in life. As wiffel du sollst sich nicht geben dem me. What is? And if you don't give yourself.
However much you do.
Okay. And however much you do, Chalayman, dreams.
Do geben dem me. Geben dem me means put out an effort. However much effort you put out.
I never heard. No matter what effort, how much effort you put out, Chalayman, dreams, hoffen, hope, und streben. I don't know what.
Right. These are all verbs. Cholamen.
Chalayman, yeah, dreaming. Hoffen, hoping.
To dream.
To dream, to hope. And what's streben?
So, Maurice, you can jump in anytime.
Strive. To strive.
To strive, yes.
Okay.
Strive.
Okay. Ihr Emser zivig vet jede frei. Her, I don't know. Every woman's going to have a true, I don't know what zivig, how do you say zivig?
Mate or match.
Every woman is going to have a true mate. Nor, or I can't see that word. Oh, I lost it. I lost the whole thing. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Noch kriegen euch sis euben verschrieben azoi. They're gonna find a mate if it's written above us that way. I think.
If up above, it is written so.
Right. That's enough.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just reading names off in alphabetical order. Anne Jacobson, would you like to do the next?
She can't read Yiddish.
Oh, okay. Then let me ask Barbara to do the next.
All right. Oibsa is.
No, we read it as one, just sis.
Oh. Where am I? Sis. Okay. Oibsa is. Oibsa is beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. If it is beschert, fated, it will certainly occur.
Yeah,
right?
and you know, she says, in order to rhyme it, you'll need to say geschehen, which was Molly Pecan's accent. We would say geschehen, but in the poetry, you have to make it rhyme.
Okay. I hope I translated it right, though.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Von jener Eckwelt.
Well, here, we're here. Do you see on the shared screen?
Yeah, I was reading off my paper. That's what
Yeah.
Okay.
The verses are all similar.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's somewhat different. Okay. Okay. So where are we now? Oibsa is that I read that already.
Well, you read this one.
Oh, okay. So Oibsa is gebaseerd.
Oops. Hold on a sec. I just ruined it by moving something over.
That's okay.
Here we are. And read this as a single syllable. Sis. That's
okay.
Just
Sis. Beschert wird kommen zu gehen. And if it's fated, he will come along. Okay, or he will arrive.
Yes.
Want me to go on? Okay. Kloppen wird in dein Fenster. He'll strike or clap on your window. Wenn du wirst ihm der sehen. And when you notice him or see him,
Yes.
okay. Von alle wird sein der schönste. And from all of them, he'll be the most handsome. Amalek, Amalechein. A
No,
king.
it's a melech. A melech.
Amalek, yes, Amalek is an angel. Amalek, a king, Amalechein, a true delight.
Yeah, molechain.
Molechain.
Very handsome.
Yeah. Okay, someone else?
Good. Let's see. I see that there's an Avremel. Avremel,
Yeah,
would you like to do? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
My hand is raised. You haven't
Oh,
noticed.
I'm sorry. Yes, Elaine, I see your hand
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So Malachane, wouldn't that be sort of charming, full of charm?
Yes, chen is charm or grace. Mole means full of. So molechain can be charming, beautiful, delightful.
Oh, delightful. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Avremel.
I've says Bashert. I begin at the top.
Yes.
Yeah, I've says Bashert that is sicher geschehen. If it's fated, it'll surely happen. Von jener Eck Welt wird kommen to gain. From every corner, this means kommen to gain.
Come walking.
Come walking.
But it's jener means the other, from the other end of the world.
Okay. I would have interpreted it as from each. But
And that would be yeder. That would be yeder. This is
Oh,
yener.
you're right. Of course. The Adam und Chava in Gan Eden, as Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, umgestört.
Yes, this is ruik.
Ruhig, aber was meint umgekehrt?
Steren is to interfere. So umgestört, unbothered.
Oh. So just as Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden were unbothered.
And ruik, peacefully.
Oh, peacefully unbothered, peacefully undisturbed. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden oibes is Bashet. Something about I don't know about being in joy, and I don't
Yes.
know.
So the subject is ihr. Ihr wird leben. You will live.
He'll live in joy.
Yes.
If it's predestined.
Yes, exactly. Good. So Bob Pollock, would you like to read?
Hand up again.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, keep saying that because I cannot necessarily know.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, you're not
Elaine.
looking at everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Elaine.
So I could that be translated as life will be happy for you?
No.
Okay.
And the reason
Okay,
is
no.
because you need a verb, and the verb has to be leben. Leben wird ihr. It's it's not usual
Oh,
order.
leben is the verb. So
Yeah. Well, actually, the verb is vet, and vet requires an infinitive.
Oh, okay. So how would you say life?
Life is also leben as a noun.
Okay, that okay, got
Yeah,
it. Okay, that's why I was okay.
right. All right. Let's see. We were on this one now, and Whom had I asked? Had I asked
Wait a
anyone?
minute, can you just
You
repeat
asked me.
again? Can you just repeat the beginning? How did you translate it again?
This part here?
Yeah, leben vet ich.
Okay.
leben-
You will live in joy if it
Okay.
is destined.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And whom did I ask here? Did I ask anyone?
Bob,
Bob. Okay, Bob, can you go ahead then?
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, oib zis ja, oib zis beschert, wird es sicher geschehen, oib zis beschert, wird kommen zu gehen.
Yeah, translate that.
Um,
And this
so
is
if
whether it was
it's,
sizz. Yeah, not ziz.
Oh,
Sizz.
ziz.
Yeah, sizz. With a s here and a z there.
Sizz.
Yeah.
Sizz.
So translate.
If it's beshared, if it's destined, it will surely happen. If it's destined, it will come along. Klappen wird in dein Fenster, wenn du wirst ihm der sein. When he knocks on the on your window, you will notice it. You will notice him. Von aller wird sein der schönste, Melech Malechein. From all, he'll be the most beautiful, handsome of all of them. A charming king.
Yeah, and melech in Hebrew melech, but in Yiddish melech.
Melech.
And I see a hand, Rochelle.
You need to unmute, Miss Rochelle.
Yeah, Rochelle, you'll need to unmute yourself.
Okay. What would be the difference in spelling between Melech and Malach?
Malach is got an aleph after the mem.
Okay.
Have I got that right, or is it after? There's an extra aleph.
All right. Because my Hebrew is non-existent.
Well, no, you've got mole. You've got some Hebrew word there.
Yeah, well, that's an expression. So, but
Yeah.
Malach and Melech look exactly the same to me.
Yeah, well, the malach would be with an extra aleph.
Okay,
Okay.
somewhere. Thank you.
Good. Other questions about this page? Okay. Next page. There's a lot of duplication, as you can see here. Karen, would you like to read this? Karen Gould. You'll need to unmute.
Ob es beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Von jener Eck wird kommen zu gehen. If it is destined, it will surely happen. From the end of the world, he will come by foot.
Yeah, or just he will arrive, but yeah, literally by foot.
Wie Adam und Eva in Gan Eden, ruhig umgestellt, like Adam and Eve in paradise, in the Garden of Eden, peacefully undisturbed. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden, ob es ist beschert. You will live in joy if it is destined.
Right. One minor thing. This is pronounced Odom in Yiddish. Odom.
Odom.
Yeah.
Odom.
I see Rochelle's hand.
Oh, no, that was from before. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Rochelle, could you lower your hand?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good. All right. And that's it. Here's the original cast album cover. And is it possible, Myra, for you to play it while I do this?
Wait. I have a question about
sure. Elaine.
umgestert.
Yes.
Okay, I printed it out and I want to know which is correct because I had on in my printout ungestert. Komets Aleph Nun instead of
Yeah, instead of a mem.
Vav. Well,
yeah.
no, here it's Aleph Vav, and I got
Yeah.
So I
On-
got Aleph and Nun, and here it's Aleph, Vav, and Mem.
Yeah, I think what we have here, the is proper. Is
Okay.
a prefix, means not. And
Okay.
on as a separate word means without, but you can't put it in front of a verb, only in front of a noun. So it's almost certainly this, right? And we'll listen to it
Okay.
and see if that's what they sing.
Okay. You want me to play it again?
Yeah, if you can play it while I
Okay.
follow it with this.
I don't think I can't share at the same time you're sharing. I don't think.
Well, let's try. You're not going to share.
Wait
you're just
a minute.
gonna
Wait a
play.
minute. I could just play it so it's in my background. Hold on. Let me get that going.
Let's see if that works.
Yeah. Let's
If not,
try.
I can do that. I can also play it.
I think I can do it. You can hear me. Let me know if you don't hear the
And
music.
Cookie, I see your hand. Cookie, did you want to say something?
You have to unmute, Cookie.
The reason I know the word Zivik is because my mother used to say, Gott soll dir schicken dein rechten Zivik. And when I used to come home from high school, I remember in the street, I used to say, Gott schick mir mein rechten Zivik.
Did it work? Okay, point of grammar. What's the plural of Zivik?
Oh, one is enough. One is enough.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's Zugim. All right. Other questions before we play this? We're going to see if we can get this to work.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ooh, what's going on? I don't hear it.
Well, I can try playing it if you can't.
That's weird. It played just before. Oh, it's at the end. Okay, hold on. I see what's going on. This is a very weird. Still trying. Hold on. All right, wait. I'm going to reload the page. Somehow it's at the end of the song instead of at the beginning.
Well, I can do it. Let me just do it. See if this works.
Yeah, you do it. I don't know why it's not working.
Can you hear it?
Not yet.
You cannot hear it. Okay, then mine didn't work.
Make sure that you have share sound when you do the share. You might have to stop your share and share screen again, and make sure to hit that thing on the lower left that says share sound.
Right. I'm not all that familiar with it. Okay, here's share screen.
On the lower left. Go down to the lower left.
Got it. And
take off the other one that says optimize.
Yeah.
Optimize.
All right. Let's try this again now.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Great.
Ich hasse meine eigene Philosophie. Ich weiß von der Erfahrung im Leben, als wieviel du sollst doch nicht geben de mir. Hol ihm ein Hoffen in Streben. Ihr Emerser Civic wird jede Freude noch kriegen, neu zu säuben, verschrieben also. Ob's ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Ob's ist beschert, wird kommen zu gehen. Klappen wird in dein Fenster, denn die wirst ihm der sehen. Finale wird er sein der Schönste. Am Melech Mulechein, oif sis beschert, wird er sicher geschehen. Von jener Welt wird er kommen zu gehen, wie Judim in Chavin Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt, leben wird ihr sich in Frieden. Oi, es ist Basher.
Oi, ist Basher, that is sicher geschehen. Oi, ist Basher, that kommen zu gehen. Klappen Wetter in dein Fenster, wenn die Westkinder sehen. Von allen Wetter sein der Schönste, am Melech Mulechein. Oib sis Basher, wird es sicher geschehen. In jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen. Die Juden haben Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt, leben wird ihr sich in Frieden. Oi, das ist
Now I was listening carefully. Did he, and you were all listening also, did he say gestert or ungestert? Both of
I
them.
thought it was on. It sounded
what-
like a nun to me, but
Yeah, I heard a nun also, but I heard not on, but un. On the other
Or
hand, in their
un.
accent, on would be pronounced un. So it's a little bit surprising. Ungestert is what they were saying. Elaine, you have a
okay.
question.
And can you
Yeah.
can you explain why it can't be? I didn't quite understand why you thought that it couldn't be on. I mean, we say on. What you're is
Yeah,
what you're saying
because
that
on-
it
yeah.
is on gestert.
Yeah, on is a preposition, and it requires a noun, an object of the preposition. And gestert can't act as a noun. Unstern, you could say, without conflict, without difficulty. Unstern, that works. But ungestert really doesn't.
But isn't that just the past participle?
Yes, but a participle is not a noun.
But if you could say on Stern or on Stern, why
Yeah,
can't it say on gestern or on Stern?
because their Stern is acting as a
ungestern.
gerund. It's
Yeah,
acting
I-
as a gerund, not a participle. Participles are more like
Oh.
adjectives.
I think-
Sorry.
Okay.
Enough grammar. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, but people might
what you
disagree.
are you saying that this is incorrect then?
I'm
This-
saying that ungestert might be a pronunciation modification of gestert, but it's not on. It's perhaps pronounced un. Maurice, do you have an opinion about this?
Yeah, I had looked it up, and in Beinfeld and Bachma, it's the Bible. It is
Yeah.
with a mem, gestert, undisturbed.
I think if you translate ungestert as without, you'll get it by sound without the rule. It's without. The with makes it a different part of speech.
Yeah. Now it could be that the changes to a n before a g, just as a matter of, it's easier to put your tongue there. And so you can imagine that umgestört instead of umgestört is a little easier to say. These things do happen. So like we say Leben, not Leben. So
I think Cookie wanted to say something.
yeah, Cookie, go ahead.
One thing that bothered me constantly was the word, they said kimmen instead of kummen. And I
Let
think
that not bother you. That's that. Theater is always done since the days of Goldfaden in a Southern accent, whether that's your accent or not. Theater and theater songs are always done in the Southern accent. And in the Southern accent, there was
when you say
there was
Southern,
kimmen, there was d instead of do, there was
Geek instead of cook.
what is
yeah.
it?
I heard thin instead of
fin instead of fun, yeah, and udum instead of autumn.
No,
This is
I
standard
understand
vowel
tomato,
shifts of the
tomato,
Southern accent.
but isn't it spelled kummen?
Yes, the rules are complex. The rules, it's not spelled, it's spelled phonetically for a
It's with a
different
vowel.
accent. And everyone agrees on the spelling, and people have different dialectical vowel differences.
Every
So-
time I heard a bell go off, kimmen, kimmen.
Well, that's because your parents weren't from that part of the world, but that's fine. There are a lot of people who were, and they think it's weird when we say kommen.
I think it's weird when you
Let's
all
call the whole thing off. Other comments before we move on to the reading? Okay, so I guess I can share, or maybe it'll be easiest if I do that. Hold on a second here.
If you share, then you can move your cursor along to where people are.
Right, and this was Die Neue Welt, right?
No, it's Mein Schwester,
Mein Schwester, okay.
which came in the last email.
Okay, I've got that here. And so we finished Die Neue Welt?
Oh, wait a minute, wait, I'm wrong. Karen, thank you. Yeah, we needed to finish the other one. I'm
We
sorry.
need to finish it.
Yeah, I'm wrong. Sorry.
What page? What
We need to
page?
finish this first.
What
But I want to
page?
tell you about accents. I grew
Sure.
up in the South, so my Yiddish is Southern.
Mhm.
So you have Litvak and Galanic, and I have Southern Yiddish. So it's
Dennis
different
and
from
I
the
were
other
arguing
Yiddish.
about
Okay,
regions.
but I
of-
understand it all.
We're page 27
Okay,
with the
thanks.
broken line.
Okay, I'm just getting it in a size that might be visible to everyone here before I share it. And what page of the PDF is that?
27?
28 in the middle.
About
We're on
27
page
is the,
28,
okay, hold
I
on.
have 27.
where the divided line is.
Yeah, hold on.
Am I wrong? That's what I have marked.
No, it's just,
Okay. I
so
think you're right. Henrietta's right. It is 28 with a broken line.
is it where it's, the
talk.
next words are Nor Gott sei Dank? Is that where we are? Or is it not there?
No, I think it's there. She's right. Henrietta, der dritte Tag von
Okay.
mein
The dritte
Gebäude.
Tag.
Okay, hold on. It'll just take me a sec to get there. I'm using
Yeah, I
a
apologize.
a technique which takes a while. Der dritte Tag. Got it. All right. Now, let's see if I can share it properly. It's a fairly wide. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works. And I'm going to try sharing it now. Okay, unfortunately, this is my entire screen, which you're going to see here because I can't share just this piece, but hopefully this is visible. And you see,
it's visible.
Der dritte Tag, you see that there? Is
Yes.
that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's wonderful. It's very big.
Okay, it's big enough for you then. And now I'm going to have to change one little thing so I can see the list of people. Or maybe Myra, if you can call out people, that will make it easier for me.
No. Beverly said she would do that.
Okay, great, Beverly. If you'll call on people, then
Yeah, because Rafael can hardly see the gallery,
that's right.
That's okay. I'll copy the names from
and
the-
also somebody needs to pick out, what if it's difficult, they need to give it to somebody who's better than others.
Well, Maurice didn't have much of a chance to help us with the song, so Maurice, he'll be the official corrector.
Okay,
So no one else should jump in and correct.
okay.
So Beverly, pick
We're
someone.
all channeling bits of Minna today.
That's it.
Okay, it's very large. Did you make it very large?
Is it too
Oh,
large?
I can make it
No,
small.
No, it's wonderful.
don't-
No, it's great. It's great. It's easy to
Okay.
read.
Wonderful.
Okay, how about Anita? Can you start reading? I have it there. Anita, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Der dritte Tag von mein Geboren werden ist gewesen Shabbos. So the third day from my birth, it was given Shabbos, is Saturday. Etwas größer sorry, is have mir schon, did I?
No, I don't see where you are.
Etwas größer, oh mine, it disappeared. Sorry, I lost you.
Oh, well, maybe we need to move to someone else. Can everyone else see where we are?
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
I'm back.
Good.
It is a größer heute
Goeie.
Goeie hat mir das mal geführt in Bor rein. So it is something of a big heute red Goye? What is Goye?
Non-Jewish woman.
Oh, it is Goye.
Maurice, it's your
I
turn.
thought it was something else.
Fine.
Thank you. I didn't see it. Heute non-Jewish, okay. But is small. Is given this time gefied. Sorry, I have a problem. Why don't you? I'm sorry.
We'll have to switch. Beverly, pick someone else who can read then, because Anita's having difficulties getting through.
Susan, can you start from the beginning? Der dritte Tag.
Can I start from the beginning again?
Yes, please. Der dritte Tag, the third day.
Der dritte Tag von mein Geboren werden ist gewesen Shabbos. The third day after I was born was a Shabbos. Etwas a größer reute Goye hat mich das Mal geführt in Buderan. For some reason, a big redhead, big reddish Goya, Gentile woman, took me to be bathed. Ich hab mich schon nicht so geschrocken, gewusst schon mit was es schmeckt. I was not too frightened because I had an idea what was coming up. Ich lieg schon wieder einmal bei der Mama in bed. So I'm lying down again next to my mother in bed. Die Mama guckt auf mir mit mehr Zärtlichkeit. My mother looks at me with more assurance, noch wie Nächten, more than yesterday, more assured than yesterday. ze effen die Augen. I slowly open my eyes. Ich will sich ein bisschen herumgucken auf der neuen Welt. I want to take a look around to the new world. Mit der Finsterkeit bin ich schon gewohnt. I'm already used to darkness. Mit der Mol wird mir noch finsterer wie früher. And all of a sudden, it's darker for me or worse for me than it was before.
Thank you. I want to point out just a few things here. Epis a größere Goya. How would you translate the epis in that context?
Perhaps.
No, it's like some kind of
Something.
some kind of big reddish woman. He
Right.
didn't know exactly who she was. She didn't know exactly who she
It
was.
shows that something is unknown. Who knows what a big
Right, yeah. some
who's who
kind of-
she is.
Right.
And the other thing is, how would you translate Zärtlichkeit?
It's tenderness.
Oh, tenderness. Yes, not what I said. Yes.
Which
Tender.
word is that? Which word is that?
The one I've
Zärtlichkeit.
emboldened here. The bold one here. Zärtlichkeit.
Want me to read more?
Maybe let's give someone else a chance.
Okay.
Okay, Rochelle, would you read?
Sorry.
Yeah, just point out exactly where we are again.
Epis?
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. No, we have to move it up. We have
Yeah.
to move up words.
Move up the word because it starts with epis, right?
Right,
Yeah.
correct.
But
Did
I
you
only
see it
see
here?
the first line. Epis,
No, it's not moving yet, Rafoil.
Wait, hold on, it's not up yet.
Well, that's interesting because
Maybe
I can see it, but
takes a while to load.
it's
It's only the
possible.
last sentence. We only see the one sentence of that paragraph.
Well, this paragraph only has 2 lines and then they're bottom of the page.
Ah,
I only
Oh,
see
we see
one
the
line.
second line of the paragraph.
You can only see the zay on.
No,
Epis, let me see Epis.
Epis,
Right to Viber. Oh,
there,
here,
there we
there you
go.
go. There you go.
perfect.
Habte Weiber haben sich reingerissen in Alker rein. I don't know what
A
a bunch of-
chopte. Maurice, a chopte?
It's like it's a group or a gang of
Okay,
women.
a group of women came into the alcove. Ich guck sie on. I'm looking at them. Epis reden sie. They're speaking about something. Machen mit die Hand. They're using gestures. Nehmen sich auf die Hand. Geben. That's all I have there.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Nemen mich. Off the
Oh,
hand.
nehmen mich auf the hand. They pick her up.
They pick me up, yeah. Okay.
They pick me
Gibbon.
up. Nehmen mich auf die Hand. Geben.
Got to go to the next page here. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, here we are.
No, I don't see it.
Not yet.
Yeah, wait a sec
The
then.
whole screen takes a while to load, I think.
Yeah, I've got a very large screen.
We're still on the old page.
Really.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Wart.
If necessary, I can stop sharing and start again. That sometimes works. I've
Yeah,
had this
well,
problem
I
before.
think it's 28.
Oib is bashert is bashert.
Yeah.
the way you're doing it, it's more visible than other times. Other times it's small, though, when you make it bigger, many of the words are off the page. You make it
Okay,
smaller.
so
you can read it.
You win some, you lose some. Can anyone see it yet or not?
No, it's still on the old page.
Okay, hold. I'm
You
going
want
to
me
reshare.
do it?
Now hold on.
Let
I'm
him
just
do
going to
it.
reshare.
I mean, go to the new page and then reshare and maybe.
That's what I'm doing.
There you go. Now it's set
We
there.
need to tell him
Okay.
what to do. I feel like he is very good.
Oh, you forgot to turn off the when you share, you have to turn off that optimize thing. That's why you're getting black squares over it. But anyway,
Okay, next time.
Yeah.
Immer von einer zu der andere, wie a Tierin hupt.
Chayfetz.
Chayfetz. I don't know what chayfetz means. They're handing her from one person to another, like an important. I don't know what chayfetz is.
Thing.
I'm sorry.
Worries?
It's like a something valuable, an object of value.
Okay. All right. So they're handing the baby around. Gucken auf mir, gucken auf der Mame, schmeicheln. They're looking at me, they're looking at my mother, and they're smiling. Derweil kommt da rein die Bube mit a Tat Kutter Sachen. The grandma comes in with, I don't know, I would assume something, a tat,
Tray.
a tray of good things.
Yeah, gute Sachen has a special meaning. A gute Sach is a something sweet, typically.
Okay.
Candy of some sort.
Candy or pastries, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the grandmother comes in with a tray of pastries.
Can I, wait, I have my hand up.
Sure, Elaine.
Can you, what is derweil? I know it, but I don't.
Meantime, in the meantime.
Oh, in the meantime, meanwhile,
right.
Okay, I knew it, but.
Die Weiber lassen sich betten, machen an Anstell, willen nicht versuchen, nicht von dem Lecker und Bronfen. They pretend that they don't want to taste the sponge cake and the Bromfin.
Yes, but literally, lassen sich betten.
Oh, they allow themselves to be invited or to be begged to partake of the sponge cake and the Bromfin. Okay? Nicht von dem eingemacht Wischnik jagde Samfon und mehr noch als...
Unmed. This is Jagdesaft.
Oh, Jagdesaft und die Blueberry Juice. Jagdesaft und mehr noch als...
This is Med.
Okay. Und med nur als die Bube geht nicht noch. And I don't know exactly what that means, but the Bube isn't handing it out yet or serving it yet. Machen sie schnabbelig, während Lussof, Moritz und tun Teuve.
Okay.
I
A lot of
understand
Hebrew
it. I
there.
just can't translate. It's like they're pretending that they're doing a favor. They're not like jumping in and grabbing it. Is that the essential meaning?
Yes. So let's get it literally.
Okay, literally, I'm not sure.
So we were stopped at the Eingemachts. What's Eingemachts?
Eingemacht is jam.
Good. Vishnik?
Preserves.
Eingemacht.
Yeah.
Right? Jam or preserves.
Right. So they pretend that they don't want to taste the Brunfen and the Eingemachts and the Vishnik. What's Vishnik?
I don't know what Vishnik is.
Whiskey,
No.
isn't it?
It's cherry brandy.
Oh, okay.
And Jagdesaft, what are Jagdes?
Jagdes are blueberries. And
Not just
Saft is
blueberries. Blueberries are Schwarze Jagdes. Jagdes
okay.
just in general
Berries.
is berries. Yeah.
Okay.
Berry juice.
And
Med?
Jagdes are blueberries.
Yeah.
Or huckleberries. Huckleberries.
Huckleberries aren't the same as blueberries. So Jagda is just generic berry.
Okay.
Med?
I
Then
would
it-
think it might be mead.
Yes,
Might it be
mead.
mead?
It is
Yeah.
mead, honey liquor.
honey liquor.
Med is honey liquor?
Yeah, mead in English, MEAD.
It's kind of, you know, what you hear in Old English and Chaucer.
It's a cognate. It's a cognate.
Yeah. No,
And gitnish noch.
well,
She doesn't,
she's not serving it or offering it yet.
no. Maurice, how do you understand that? As the Baba gitnish noch.
She doesn't give up. She doesn't-
Exactly.
She doesn't
Oh,
stop.
to get
you know.
Doesn't give
okay,
in.
now I would say nish noch geben.
And she doesn't give in.
Right, but you see it's a separated verb because it's in the present tense. The verb is noch geben.
Nish noch, yeah, but I would see now I don't recognize it because noch geben would be the way I would see it.
Well, noch geben is the infinitive, but in the present
Okay.
tense, it separates into two pieces.
I don't
I
understand your English, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
It sounds like she's letting everyone take a little
No,
bit
she's
and
not
not
allowed.
offering more.
no, no.
No, she's
She
not
doesn't give
giving
up. She doesn't give up.
Okay, nish
She
noch
keeps pushing
geben.
it at them and she doesn't give up. But let me explain
Okay,
the
I will
grammar
not-
here because it's worth knowing that there are these verbs which like noch geben, hereinkommen. Let's take hereinkommen. In the present tense, ich komm herein. You see, it's separated. But in the past tense, ich bin hereingekommen. It's back together again. And so these verbs separate in the present tense. And this is a present tense. She gives not after. Well, we don't say giving after in English, but
Okay.
she doesn't give up. Gives not up. How's that?
Okay.
Well, she doesn't give in.
Exactly.
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 She doesn't give in, but you know,
And so, and when, and the as here means when she doesn't give in, then machen sie schnubbelig. What is schnubbelig?
I don't know.
Is that
Maurice?
schnapps?
Well, I think it's a beak, literally.
Yes.
But this must mean something else.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Machen sie schnubbelig. I think they take beakers full. That would be a pun in English.
Did they turn up their noses?
Maybe they
Or
turn
they-
up their noses. That's would be my guess.
No, I think what I think this means is they agree and they take a full amount. Well, if it's in the diminutive, they take nosefuls.
Ah,
Very little.
no, a lot.
Beakfuls. Yeah.
Yeah.
If your nose in something, you're gobbling it up.
Exactly.
Right.
And they werden lasaf. What is lasaf?
I know.
Finally,
Finally. Meroitze or merutze. It comes from the Hebrew rotze, to wish. Merutze, they become willing.
Oh, that's what I knew.
Okay.
And they're doing it, and they do a favor.
And they do her a favor. Exactly.
okay.
Yeah,
Can I
so
ask
it's that
my?
song
I think in that context, the translation that you're saying, it sounds almost like they turn up their nose, but then, you know, they turn their noses up, but then they finally give in.
Well,
And,
no, I don't think so. But I don't think they turn up their noses because that would mean there was something wrong with what they were being offered. It's
Well,
that
they were being snobs.
No, it's that song and dance of you're being offered something and you say, "Oh, I don't really want it." It's kind of the cultural thing.
Yeah, it's kind of being over polite.
Over polite, yes. They're not really
No,
rejecting
no,
it. They're
but then,
saying, "Oh,
yeah,
it's
okay.
not I don't want it. Okay, I'll eat it." You know, it's that. I think that's the inherent meaning of it. I don't think the literal translation does that cultural thing justice. You know, it's like you're supposed to initially refuse, and then you give in, and you say, "Okay, I'll have some."
And then the truth comes out because you gobble it up.
Right. But you really want it. It's not
But
that
they
you don't want it. It's a cultural song and dance of host and hostess.
No, I agree with you. Absolutely. I'm just wondering about that one term because it's not until after that whole thing with the nose, you know, literally, that's in the end, they turn up their nose, but in the end, they stick their noses in something. So I just
Yeah.
don't know about the locution of that. That's all. It's interesting though.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Can you see what I've got here in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
this is Stuchkov's Oitzer. It's a thesaurus. And I'm seeing where he has Schnobel. So, Schnobel here is single, all of us Schnobel, okay. Schnoblers, Kreuzschnobel, Entelschnobler. I don't see that particular use of Schnobel. L'chaim will Schnobel, look at that. L'chaim will Schnobel.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, to life and to the beak. And Spa means Spaß as a joke. So Schnobbelig can be used with respect to drinking,
Okay.
apparently.
Can I ask for a translation of machen on shell?
To make.
Pretend.
Oh, machen and Anstell is to make a
pretense?
A pretense. An Anstell is a pretense. Yeah. Machen and
Okay.
Anstell is they pretend, they make a pretense.
Okay.
Machen has got so many possible meanings. You just have to see the context.
Okay.
Okay. Would someone else like to continue?
Cookie, do you want to read Cookie?
Yeah, I'd like to. Where are we?
We're here at Manspiel. Do you see it?
Yeah. Hold it a second. Oh, Mansfield haben euch reingesteckt die Cap ins
Inum.
no, einem
Inum.
Heverischen Elke. Oh boy, that I can't explain that one at all. I don't want to go past that line because I won't be able to go back to it.
Okay, let's go back to Maurice Manspiel.
Sure. The menfolk also stuck their heads into the women's alcove.
Oh boy. Okay, schönen Dank. Haben Sie gerät mit moderne Havus? Hawaii's. So she spoke with commonplace what? Sayings?
No.
No,
Look at this.
They
The men.
The they is the men, Mansfield.
Okay.
They spoke with modna Hawaii's.
Yeah, what's Hawaii's?
Faces. They made strange faces when they talked.
Or gestures.
Oh, strange gestures. Gemacht mit die Hand, geschockelt mit beide. Mit beide, right?
Bared.
Vergangen sich.
Okay.
Am I on the right line?
Yes, but it's bared, not beta.
Bad.
Deboard, debared.
The bed. Oh, I got it. So they shook with their hands and they shook with their beards.
Yes.
And vergangen sich. I vergangen is it's like I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. Vergangen. They lost themselves in some way. How would you say vergangen sich?
Maybe they got carried away. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, it can mean to disappear, but
sort of lost their way. Yeah, they sort of lost themselves probably.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they were
I have a question.
it was probably
Sure.
unusual for them.
The word that I learned, you have Manspiel. I never would have recognized that because the word I heard at home was Mansbeschein for men.
yes, Mansperschein and Manspiel mean about the same thing.
Okay. All right. I would have gotten it from the context, but it's not the form that I know.
Well, the part of the Mansperschein, the Persschein is kind of sarcastic, somebody who thinks he's important, a pershoin, a personage.
Oh.
And Mans pershoin is that in that vein. Manspiel just means the menfolk.
Thank you.
And you'll notice it's used as a plural here. Manspiel haben. So it's
They have.
yeah. So it's already a plural there. There's no
Right.
singular for it.
Achwal, der Tate hat das mal ausgeführt, nicht die Bubba. And the, what do you call it? Wait, Achwal, how does that mean? Fortunate, I don't know what that means actually.
Maurice?
Oh, finally, or in the
Oh,
end.
finally, in the end, I was going to say, finally, father won out over Bubby. And if ich heiß schein noch sind a
Seins.
oh, is that it?
Seins. His.
Huh?
Seins.
Is.
Right.
What's that first letter?
Zion.
Zion.
Oh,
Zion.
Zion, I'm sorry.
His.
Zion. A krube?
Koive. It's one of his relatives.
Shire
Koive.
Rivke.
So,
What's a
right.
krube?
A koive is a relative.
Okay, Sora Rivke. Okay.
Good, you tell them again, so they'll get it,
Maisha, could you read Maurice? Thank you, Cookie. You
Oh,
did- you're good.
I'm
You're
struggling
good.
with my eyes, I'm sorry.
You're
Yeah,
a
so
great, Maisha.
Finally, it was the father who that time won out, not the grandma. And I was named after one of his relatives, Sora
Ah.
Rivke.
Now, could
Sure.
you continue reading, Maisha?
Hashem die.
Well, let somebody else read.
No, you read. You haven't read, have you?
Okay, it's Daf Menhoden an Now you have to have a what's an
Wet nurse.
a wet
Yes.
nurse, right?
Yes.
The mama in a schwache bleiche is a schwache bleiche mit der
Steve's there too.
durchsichtige bloedige schmole hand. Ze kan mich kaum aufheben. So the mother was weak and pale and such
Transparent.
Good, transparent, right? Blue, her veins, you could see her her veins, narrow hands. She could hardly pick me up. About the Batish Bible, a respectable woman, kann sie mich nicht zeugen, but she couldn't nurse me.
Nurse me.
Ich bin der hippach a gesunde an eiserne Moid. I was the opposite. I was a healthy and iron girl, a Fresserin, a real eater. Halt ich in ein Schrein. I keep screaming. Rach will essen. I only want to eat.
This is so good.
You get somebody else.
You want to try, Julia? You want to try reading? I think you're there. No?
Julia Mazoff?
Yeah. Is she not there? I
She's
thought she
here.
was.
No, she's still here. Well, maybe not listening.
Okay, so how about Steve?
Sure. Ich will prove. Zu kein Goischke
Am.
Sorgte Bobbe, wird sie mich nicht geben. They want to find a Goyish wet nurse.
Or Cain.
Can't be.
Cain and with nisht. To
Um,
know non-Jewish wet nurse.
to know,
Yeah.
be no to non-Jewish wet nurse.
not to any non-Jewish witness.
Okay. Said the grandmother. That they will not get me a non-Jewish witness. Then
Now, Z, let's get the subject right.
whether.
No, she. So the
Oh,
word
Z
order
over
is
there.
not
Okay, I
English
thought you
word
said Z, right.
order. Let me give you the word order. To any non-Jewish witness, says the grandmother, will she me not give. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Wenn soll sie abgilt. When should she? I don't know what
Okay, the subject here is men. Okay, Maurice, how would you translate this fragment?
I think it means she won't accept her even if she's highly rated, even if she's highly praised, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand it slightly differently. Even if this is the grandmother, even
Right.
if they would pay her, even if they would pay grandmother, the word here is gelt, you see.
This is
And the
Karen.
subject-
This is Karen in the dictionary. It says not for all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the subject is men. So then is contrary to fact conditional. Even if they should her make rich.
Okay.
Und kein jiddische Kon sie nicht gefunden. And they can't find the Jewish what Kon? Is that the same as?
It's to be able, can.
All right, they're unable to find a Jewish one.
Right, but it's not they. It's she. Referring again to.
Oh, see, yeah, okay. Der Optiker sagt afilu und ich will mich zu avoinen zum Kindermehl.
Yeah, stop at that point and translate.
Okay.
Uptaker.
Yeah. The uptaker.
What's an uptaker?
Apothecary.
Yeah, pharmacist.
Oh, uptake. Yeah, right. Okay. The pharmacist said even that I will need, or I will have to have Kindermel, like formula.
Yeah,
is that
but
correct?
It's not have to have. It's zu gewoinen. Ich will zu gewoinen. So I will myself. And what is zu woinen sich?
Get used to.
Get used to.
Exactly.
Get
He
used
says
to.
that I'll get used to Kindermel. And you're translating Kindermel how?
I said formula, like the
Yeah, but
powder
mel
that
is,
you mix with water.
Maybe. Mel is flour.
Right.
So Kindermel would be some sort of a porridge, maybe.
Wird es sein besser from der Mama's milk? It is.
It will be that.
It'll be better than the mother's milk.
Yeah.
This is pretty early for that. Ich ober zog. I said, but I said.
Yeah, present tense. But I say.
but I say, as ich will mich nicht zugewöhnen und ich bread es
Brech.
What? Oh, brech es kseder ois. Okay, so but I said,
Say, present tense.
I say that I will not get used to
It.
and what
Vomit.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Oisbrechen.
brechen.
It's not oisbrechen. Again, at present tense, it separates. Oisbrechen, to vomit.
Okay,
To say
so I will vomit it up. I will
No,
vomit.
not will. Present tense. I continually, kaseder,
Oh, say okay.
I continually vomit it
Right.
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Henrietta, do you want to continue?
Who?
Henrietta? No? Is she there?
Okay.
Oh, good.
Wie ben ik?
Atada.
Ze is bitter. The Baba is to read it. It's bitter, and the Baba is upset. The Mama noch mehr, and the mother even more. Nor de Tate trist. The father, what?
Comforting.
Consoles her.
Say that again.
He consoles her.
Oh, he consoles her. Ah, yes. Amastama wird nicht,
No, that
wird has say that.
Hashem Yisborach.
Elfin. I don't know what that phrase is.
God.
Hashem.
Yeah, in English, people often will just say Hashem for God, but in Yiddish, it's always Hashem Yisborach.
Okay.
Literally, the name, may it be praised.
So now they're praying to God to help them out. Right?
Well, no, it's not. He's not
No.
praying. He's just referring to God.
Okay.
Mistama
So
vet-
they're at, yeah. Like you throw up your hands and you say, God help me.
No, maybe God.
No.
Yeah,
It's
so
maybe
what's,
God.
yeah, so translate this part here.
Perhaps God will help.
Yes. Or perhaps, or most likely. Mistama is more like most likely. It's Aramaic.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
And he says, hat Tage gehört. And he really heard.
Geholfen.
Geholfen. So he helped.
Yeah.
And he really helped.
I never heard that expression in my house, that word Yisborach. Never even
It's
heard-
all together with Hashem. Hashem Yisborach.
No, never heard it. And we used Hashem a lot, but I never heard that combination. Never
So you
even-
learned something new today.
Yisborach v'yishtabach. Is that
It's
it?
the same word. Yep.
Prayer?
It's the same word.
Sandra, do you want to read?
No, not now. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. How about Rena Leah?
I'll try. Unseres Shechanta hat sich der Mann und hat gebracht zu führen an our neighbor
Yeah, Shachanta.
woman, isn't it Shechanta?
Yes, Shachanta is neighbor woman. Yes.
Neighbor woman has has I'm not sure Mers
Remember.
remembered.
Yeah, I took notice, I would say.
Okay, took notice and had
Called would be better.
called for a midwife, a nurse.
A nurse, yeah. And it's in English, it's not had, but did. It's past tense, not past perfect. So
Uh-huh.
she took
Did-
notice, and she brought a wet nurse, Sephirin, most likely by wagon, not someone who was living really close by.
Does that mean traveling? Like somebody had to.
Yeah.
Okay. Razel Hadzi Yehason. So Razel must be Razel, a girl. Her was her name. She was called. A Kol Hadzi Gahat von a Soldat. She had a voice like a soldier. Mit poor Reuter Eugen, red eye with a pair of red eyes. Haben mich geschrocken, that like shrieked out at me.
No, Schrecken.
Terrified,
Scared me. Sorry.
Frightened.
Heimkommen zu
Wait, can I, my hand is up. Can I just ask, can you translate Gebruch zu führen? I didn't quite get that.
Gebracht, brought, zu führen, to travel.
Oh yeah, from the word foreign, to travel. Oh, okay.
Foreign, yeah.
Well, I know what each of them means. I just didn't know how they go together.
Yeah.
So you could just translate both of them as she brought.
Yeah.
Right.
In English, just brought.
But it implied that she had to travel because it has the word foreign in there. That's
Got it.
Yiddish.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, actually, führen isn't foreign. Führen is to lead someone. So she brought her along. It's not necessarily traveling. Zu führen. Gebracht zu führen.
You're right. You're right. She brought her, leading her by the hand, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, she brought, leading her by the hand, a nursing woman. Okay, where are we? Geschrocken. Heimgekommen zu uns hat sie nicht gekannt. Coming home to us, she couldn't come home to us. Right? She couldn't come home to us.
Right.
Sie hat
She was unable to come to our house.
That's right.
Okay. Sie hat gehabt 6 eigene Kinder. She had 6 of her own children. Aber man hat nicht gehabt kein Bera, but she had no choice.
Mahot. We had, in this case. One had.
I thought meant one, no?
Yeah, but in this case, who's the one? It's
okay.
But they didn't, but we didn't have a choice, is the easiest in English here.
Okay, Adank. Somebody else? So should somebody else?
How about Zuli? Zuli, did you read today? Are you there? I think she's here. Anita, would you like to read since something happened earlier?
Here
she is. Okay, thanks.
There.
Wait, wait a minute. Zuli is going to read now.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aufgeregt wegen Ausding, gegeben mir Handgeld und soll sein in a good show. We talked about it, about everything, and I gave her some money, little money, a handgeld, and I hope it's going to be in a nice way, or the shoe, I don't know, a nice way.
Razel time. Now, just a second. So it's not the speaker who gave the money because she's a baby. So Opgeret, having finished talking about everything, having given her handgeld. So who's giving it? The family. And let it be in a good hour. I hope it works out is as you said. That's right. Okay, go ahead.
Razel hat mich herausgenommen from Vinkl. Razel is the feeder, or took me out from my crib. Sie hat herausgenommen eine größere weiße Brust. Oh, she uncovered his gross bosom and was hat wie ein Stück Gehirn ausgesehen und mir gegeben zu diesen neuen Probe.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
A Stück zu euren Tag. What is zu euren Tag?
wie stick is be a piece like a piece of I don't know what it's saying.
Risen dough. Risen
I think
dough.
it's eating days, eating days.
No.
Yoiren, I think Yoiren is to nurse, nursing
No.
days.
It's to rise. It's
Rise.
to dough.
Rise, like
Oh,
rise.
right, yeah.
Yes.
One at a time, please. Be a piece of big bread of that rice.
No. Maurice?
It looked like she gave me zu wiegen auf Probe.
Zeugen.
I cannot translate. She it looked like she gave me I don't know what is
So-
wiegen auf Probe.
To nurse for a test run.
To nurse what?
Auf Probe.
What
Maurice,
is
how would you,
It's to try it out,
as a trial.
as a tryout, right.
try?
Gave her her breast to
Yeah.
try it
It's
out.
a wonderful image of a piece of raw white dough that's rising and this huge breast that she's comparing it to.
Yes.
Wonderful image, yes.
Wonderful image.
You know, probably in
I think the
Spanish.
rising doughs are nipples, what she's talking about.
No, it's
Yeah.
whole breast.
No,
Mila, was soll ich euch sagen? Mila, what can I tell you?
Yeah, Mela. Anyhow.
Anyhow, what can I tell you? Ich bin schier nicht der Trunken. What can I tell you? I almost drowned. Die Augen meine, der Filter, der Tam from even my eyes felt the taste of good what is the name? The provider.
Wet nurse.
Wet
Wet
nurse.
nurse.
right.
I'm sorry. This was too
That's
funny.
wonderful. That is so wonderful.
Is that the end? Is that the
No,
end?
there was
No.
the next page. I've moved to the next page. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
No. We see the,
We cannot see anything.
oh, I see it. Yes, but do we
Yeah.
stop and, should we stop and wait for next week or how much is left?
Yes. Stop and wait.
It's 12
Yeah,
o'clock.
we still have a page or so. This is we're on the beginning of the last page now.
But it's too much.
It's too much to do today.
Okay,
Seems like a good stopping point.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Very funny. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It was wonderful.
Good time.
I want to tell you something, all of you, that's very personal. My granddaughter went for a semester to Europe and Prague, and she's today in Lodge. And she asked me about the graves of my grandparents and family. And I gave her everything, and she went to visit all the tombstones in the ghetto cemetery in Lodge, and I'm so emotional. It's just so, I had to share with you all because most of you know how important something like that is. So she's visiting all our family, and I gave her all the copies of all the things I had of the cemetery, all right, and the houses where the family live in the ghetto. I had to share with you all because I think it's just, my heart is pounding. Thank you for listening. All right.
Oh, that's
Thank you for
beautiful.
sharing. Thank
That's
you for
beautiful.
Thank you for
sharing.
telling us that. It's wonderful news.
Beautiful.
Wonderful
Yes.
story.
And
We share.
my sister Anita, I have to tell her that my granddaughter found all the Blumenson family,
How
our
does she?
grandparents and uncles and
Where in Europe was it? Where?
Lodge.
in
Lodge.
Poland. They say Łódź, but it's in Poland, in Lodge.
Right.
In Ghetto.
No,
And
Did the cemetery survive? The cemetery survived? They didn't destroy the cemetery?
my father,
Yes.
my father. And I think there was a brother that went to London, but we couldn't find him. But he was the only one that survived from my family.
My parents were also born in Lodz, but they would not be buried in that cemetery because the Germans took them to concentration camps and they didn't die in the city.
Died in 41, and we have all the ones that didn't die. We have the Germans had the transport to Auschwitz from
Yes,
from
my parents,
the members of our family. The Germans had all the names and where they went and where they lived in the ghetto from their original homes. So my sister had all that information, and through the years we added and we visit them. And the people that were buried in the ghetto in Lodz, in the ghetto of Lodz, weren't allowed to have tombstones. There are only little pieces of metals with their names.
okay,
And
so
we found them in the shrub,
so how did you get this information? Because I suspect that my grandparents who died in the ghetto, mostly of starvation, they were not transported. They died before the transport. My mother and father were in the transport, as were my uncles and aunts.
Well, we got Anita, you tell them.
Well, we asked, and there is a little committee that kept the information of what was going on. If you go there, they tell you there is always a caretaker, and the caretaker do have
people.
They do have information.
In Lodz itself.
In Lodz, yeah. I contacted the rabbi that, and what's strange that the rabbi that was trained in the States spoke English, but he wasn't there. So his, the shotgun is the one that the keeper of the temple was one room. We went there for Shabbos, and he drove us around, and he only spoke Yiddish. So I was very lucky that I knew Yiddish to talk to him. He went to Yiddish Shule in Lodz. That was amazing. He said there were 40 families left in Lodz that were Jewish, and they had a Jewish school. So that's how I found everything. And we got.
Do you have his contact, Julie? Can you put that in the chat? Or I'll give you my email or my phone number and you can text it to me.
Yeah, well, I'll try. I have a mix of papers, but I'm glad, you know, you
I'll send
understand.
you, Raquel. Excuse me? I'll send you her email.
Okay, because I didn't know that any of that was available.
Raphael put a link in the chat box about the Jewish cemetery in Lodz. Yes, Raphael, that was yours?
Yes.
Well, this was very meaningful that you shared, and thank you so much. It's meaningful to us, and we share joy
Yeah.
and sorrow about it all. Thank
It
you.
was, I mean, my grandma,
This in a grandchild that is interested in this.
yeah.
Michelle, go on jewishgen.org. It has resources for every single shtetl with all kinds of help you can get to figure out where to look.
Jewishgen,
jewishgen.org.
Gen?
jewishgen.org.
Okay.
You'll find lodge on there. You'll find people who know all about it. You'll find lists of cemeteries. You'll find all. They have millions of documents and resources now.
Okay, because one of the problems I've tried to do some research is that the names, the change in the.
I know they have a thing you can search and it'll help you to find all the different spellings.
No, what happened that in Lodge, the names of the street changed from Polish first to German and then to Russian. So it's very difficult because the names of the street were changed 3 times and then back to the original, and most of them were misspelled, because they went back and forth. The Russians, the last ones to be enlarged, destroyed most of the temples. They only survived 2 that were like home temples, like Catholic people do a room for, for praying. The Jewish people did the same in their homes. So those are the ones that survived. Yeah. And I went to the rabbi on Shabbos, and it was just a house with 2 rooms. And they were, they had a piece of furniture with a Torah, and the men were in one room, the women in the other one, and the women served. I mean, they wouldn't let us eat together. I mean, it was quite an experience, but I was very lucky to be there and at least, see what our, I went to the house where the family lived in the ghetto, and people were going up those stairs that were terrible, and people still living in places like that. We were there in the year 2016. So that's all I can tell you, but it's grueling. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure it is. Not only were the street names changed, but my mother's maiden name, she and her 3 brothers all spelled it differently depending on where they landed. One stayed in Poland and then in Israel, and she came to America. So the spellings are, and then the children all spelled it differently. I mean, it was took out.
Yeah, that's why they found my father's family, because my mother's last name was Brandt. That's a very common name, and there are so many with that last name. But Blumenson, that was our maiden name, wasn't as popular as Brandt. So that's why they found Blumenson, because they had different spelling, but ours never changed. So it's a matter of luck. And I have a list of all the people that were in Lodge and they were transported. I have a big list. When you send me the email with your name, maybe I can find your relatives. All right.
I really appreciate that, because I have about 5 spellings of my mother's maiden name. And my father, I think, was in the ghetto, but he didn't start out in Lodge. He started out in a little shtetl that was an outskirt of Lodge called Plunge. And that was completely destroyed.
To me, and I sent my granddaughter copies of the cemetery lots where my family was, and they help her find. I don't know, she's there today. That's why I'm so,
Yeah.
Today is my father's side, so everything is combined. So I really appreciate your listening to me, because it has been so emotional for me.
Yeah. No, that's wonderful. Ibbe geherrscht. I mean, it's a wonderful feeling to have the connection, even though it was such horrible times.
To have a granddaughter go there and be interested in learning all about, her heritage and its great grandparents.
Nachis. Yeah, very nice nachis.
Nachas.
All right, so somebody send me the information, please, because it sounds like my family is right there in that same area.
All right.
Thank you so much. That was
Close. When we say everybody finds Mishpuche, also
Yeah.
and also Jesus.
That's true.
Mit all gesehen.
We're all related.
Yeah.
All related.
I'll
I'll send that.
Yiddish,
Okay.
Yiddish connects us all.
That's true. The language.
Treffen. Seid mir all gesehen.
Okay. Have a nice day, everybody. Bis nächste Woche.
Next of all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm ending the meeting for all, okay?
Yes.